You probably pass them so often you don't give them a second thought. But for one West Texas family, it's a painful reminder.
It looked like the back of the bus would be the easiest path to reach what appeared to be multiple lifeless bodies.
I couldn't tell what was what.
They're the lucky ones, and they know it.
We give us our best effort at every little bit of the time. So, I mean, none of us feel like we're gonna lose our job, but if we do lose our job, I mean, we'll do whatever we have to, you know?
And water. They had to take my stepmom and my sister-in-law through the window, out through the window, because this door would not open.
The Crucible, a 3-day, 40-mile hike with little food and sleep.
Each and every one of you should be very proud of yourself. You have accomplished something few dare to even try.
The payoff, hearing the words every recruit dreams of hearing.
You have earned the title, United States Marine.
Drill instructors welcoming them into the brotherhood with the Eagle Globe and Anchor pin.
Congratulations.
The pin is small,
Congratulations.
fitting into the palm of each Marine. The moment is huge.
I'm proud of you, and you should be proud of yourselves.
They look at you in a whole totally new, different way, and it's just extraordinary.
Just like you, those men came from different parts of the
During each of these ceremonies, Marines take a moment to remember those who came before them.
And just like you, those men too stood upon the yellow footprints.
And are challenged to carry on the legacy that comes with the title.
It is now your duty to uphold it.
A legacy of the few who can proudly say they are a United States Marine.
The United States Marines!
Doughboys Cafe plans on launching at the beginning of February of 2016.
That's the grandmother and grandfather. And the grandfather, from what I understand, started the bakery business that they're carrying on.
My dad purchased this building a little over 3 years ago, and he purchased it in hopes of making a dream a reality. It's been in the process for over 3 years.
I knew that they were building this bakery, and just I think the family pitched in together to bring me down here, and I was very stoked and happy to do it.
It started off as just a piece to reflect our family. In talking with Michael, we really started coming up with something bigger and wanted it to be something kind of monumental and something for the whole community to enjoy.
A lot of the elements, you know, have this traditional look, like the family portrait, and you have the train there, which, you know, Odessa, I think, had a lot of trains coming through. Reminds me of like a history book, kind of illustrations in a lot of ways. And so that can reach out to older people from this town who are raised here. And then it also reaches out to kids. You know, it's got that street feel to it. This guy up here is not James Franco. I know it looks like it, but that is actually George Bush Sr. I love painting in small towns. I think there's a lot of culture untapped in these towns. So I'm trying to incorporate some of the historic buildings like the Ector Theater. I mean, technically graffiti, I believe you looked it up and it'd say vandalism. So graffiti really is illegal.
You're feeling technically graffiti. How about it?
Siri, shut up. Murals, whether it's graffiti, traditional murals, bring life to the community. They make people feel safe in a lot of ways, that someone spent some time and some love into this spot in this corner. This is going to be John Ben Shepherd. Just want to pay tribute to him. You know, art is definitely a fun thing, and I think that's what people need to focus on, is that it's fun and there's beauty all around us.
Anybody who comes into town, I feel like by looking at this mural, they get a little glance of what Odessa is.
Boom, boom, boom!
There were some assault calls.
Individual is on the ground at this time.
Officer down call.
Shots fired, officer down.
Shooting in progress.
It's definitely an adrenaline rush.
The reason why we train for these high-speed pursuits It's just safety is so important, because the last thing you want to happen is an officer die or a civilian die because they weren't properly trained.
On Monday, we hit a lot of cones.
The biggest thing we all need to be conscious of is we're out here trying to learn to enforce laws and keep people safe on the roads. We have to be safe ourselves.
From Monday till now, it's been exciting. We've had a lot of fun, actually, not only in learning, tactical driving, but it's been exciting.
Part of the purpose of that is to prepare for those types of situations. We just always have to be prepared for the unexpected.
We use our home computers or laptops for virtually everything, from surfing the internet or staying connected with your family. Hi, Mom.
Hello.
But what if somebody was viewing into your world without you even knowing it? Hackers, or in this case, ratters, are luring people in left and right, gaining access to family photos and even webcams. They do it through remote access Trojans.
Once your computer is infected, all the Trojan has to do is call home with the computer's login information, and the hacker has full access to your computer.
Not only can a hacker take control of your webcam, but they can make money off of it. And here's how. They take video from your webcam and post it to YouTube. And if that hacker is a YouTube partner, ads will pop up on all sides of the screen, and that means money in their pocket. We had our IT professional simulate a hack on my computer, gaining access to my desktop. Would you say that's pretty easy to do?
Pretty easy. Only took 5 minutes.
Gwen says it's just as easy to protect yourself.
Put a sticky note over the camera, and you won't be able to see anything. Take all the precautions, don't download anything unless you know what it is.
He also says to make sure your virus software is up to date to keep hackers out. Reporting for CBS7, I'm Tatum Gwynn.
Whenever I was growing up, I just always would pray, God, I just want to know you more. I just want to know you more. I grew up here in Midland, Texas, grew up going to First Baptist Church. I have a degree in engineering and an MBA, and I went to school in Colorado, love Colorado, never had any intention of leaving Colorado, never thought about moving back to Midland in my life. It became very apparent God was leading me to Midland. I didn't know why. He really convicted me and just said, Jamie, I had the perfect plan, and if you would just trust me with that and give that to me, I will fulfill the desires of your hearts, and I will show you a joy greater than anything you could imagine. And to be honest with you, I think it's one of the reasons he brought me back is to be around my friends and family whenever I was diagnosed with breast cancer. People would ask, how can I pray for you? And I'm like, pray for my parents, pray for my family, because I think it's got to be harder for them watching their daughter go through it than it is for me, because I know I'm going to be okay, regardless of what this looks like, regardless if I die. Like, I know I'm going to be okay. This whole time I'd been praying, God, I want to know you, make you known, and I want you to be glorified. You help us to be a light to people who need the peace and love of Christ. One day, my mom and I were going down to the pharmacy to pick up a prescription, and I noticed a young girl. She's in the pharmacy, and she has a port as well, and they give you this numbing cream to rub on it before they access it. She had forgotten hers at home, and she was begging the pharmacy for some lidocaine cream.
Out of the corner of my eye, I see this little bald head waving at me, and she says, I have some cream and you can have it. And so she totally saved me, gave me some cream and saran wrap, and just kept running into each other after that, though. We exchanged numbers and formed a friendship, and now she's my MD Anderson BFF.
Brandy truly was an answer to prayer. God brought her into my life.
A lot of people can empathize with you, but they don't know what it's like in the trenches, and I can pray better for Jamie because I can pray more specifically.
To have somebody to cry and to laugh and to pray is a gift. Do not be afraid and do not be dismayed at this great horde, for the battle is not yours but God's. 2 Chronicles 20:15. Faith is at its purest when you have nothing to lean on but Jesus. When you can't have a plan B. I didn't have a plan B. This is the way it is. And as you're walking through your difficult circumstance, if it is the loss of a loved one, if it's some disease, if it's abuse, if it's addiction, whatever it is, faith in its purest is when you can only lean on Christ.
Prone to wander, Lord, I feel. Prone to leave the God I love. Here's my heart, Lord, take it, seal it for thy courts above. Alleluia.
I'm so thankful for this circumstance. I'm so thankful for cancer. I do not love cancer. I don't like cancer, but I'm very grateful for it because it has allowed me to go deeper with the Lord. I would not trade this journey for anything.